students, we're holding this evening virtually for the very first time tonight, and despite the fact that I'm presenting to you from a screen this evening, it's a very warm welcome to you nonetheless. If you have any follow-up questions after this evening, please do not hesitate to contact me on the email addresses below. The main presentation this evening aims to explain our curriculum model at Key Stage 4 and will include an overview of the available pathways that students follow as they progress into Key Stage 4. This evening will also provide a virtual opportunity for you to find out more about the options and core subjects offered at Key Stage 4. This main presentation should also answer any questions you may have about pathways and option subjects and how these are selected. The process that students go through at the end of Year 9 is a really exciting one because it offers them their first opportunity to select what they want to go on and study in the next 2 years. It can also raise lots of questions, and I'm sure it's prompted huge discussion in your households. Our Key Stage 4 curriculum is designed so that all students are able to reach their full potential by the end of Year 11. Given that every student is an individual and will have different target grades, we aim to give students the flexibility and the support to design their own learning journey. Increasingly high numbers of Year 11 students are electing to stay on here at Cleve and attend our Sixth Form Centre of Excellence, but many of our students will follow different pathways post-16. So a key aim over the next 2 years will be to ensure we provide solid foundations for post-16 study, whatever direction that might take. And our Key Stage 4 curriculum is designed so that students have that solid foundation to enable them to seek places at colleges or for further apprenticeships. There are some subjects that we legally have to deliver to students at Key Stage 4. These are English, English language and literature, maths, science, life skills and games. And these are automatically added to students' timetables. But their timetable is then made up of other subjects that they can choose from, and we call these option subjects. 90% of our student body will elect to study 9 GCSEs, and this provides them with a good level of challenge and a broad range of option subjects to fulfil a wide variety of interests and keep any potential future pathways open. Those students will select our triple science and double science pathways. But in order to ensure that all of our students can manage the rigour of GCSEs and feel supported with any challenges that they may already face in their learning, there are some curriculum adaptations in place for certain groups of students. Mr Edwards, our SENCO, leads the Access Pathway arrangements, and I lead the Study Pathway group. If your child's been placed on either of these pathways, you will have heard from us already. The following slides aim to give you an overview of some important things you may wish to discuss as families ahead of making your final choices. Every student studies science on their timetable. It's worth 2 GCSEs and contains a mix of all 3 sciences. But students can take triple science as an option subject. If they elect to study triple science, it means they will get 3 separate GCSEs in science at the end of Year 11. 1 in biology, 1 in chemistry and 1 in physics. They will have more science lessons on their timetable as a result, and it doesn't take much to work out they therefore need to really enjoy science. By choosing to study triple science as an option at GCSE, students will cover more content, and so they will be better prepared if they want to progress to science at A-level. For those considering university education, many top universities prefer applicants for science subjects to have taken 3 separate science at GCSE. You may have heard of something called the EBAC qualification. This is not a course that students opt to study at Cleve, and it's not a qualification held in itself, but the English Baccalaureate recognises where students have secured a grade 5 or better across a suite of academic subjects. The English Baccalaureate subjects are English, Maths, the sciences, that can be double, triple or computer, a modern or ancient foreign language, and a humanities subject, either history or geography. If you want to find out more, then a flyer on the EBAC qualification has been sent home to you, and there is a further short clip attached to this presentation which gives a really succinct overview of the EBAC qualification. We would absolutely promote the idea of learning a language at GCSE level. It shows transferable skills and it's very highly regarded at college and university level. If students decide to choose a language at GCSE, they should note they can really only pick this as an option if they're currently studying that language at Year 9 level. Students of course can choose to do more than one language if they wish to, and if students don't take a language, they won't be able to obtain the EBAC measure. So there's plenty to think about there in terms of studying a language at GCSE. So in making your mind up around options choices, there are a variety of places to go for support and advice. Firstly, I would recommend reading the Key Stage 4 Curriculum Guide 2021 to 2023 really carefully, as there is a frequently asked questions section which has been carefully put together and takes questions previously asked by our parent body and our students. We would also ask all of our students to have read and completed the Student Guide to the Options process, which enables them to really think about their career pathway and engage in a series of careers websites. In making your final decisions, we will want you to explore the different departmental presentations available on the website from this evening, and key contact details of subject staff have been provided so you're able to ask any questions you might have. Some final key points to consider would be around the topics and assessment offered by individual subjects, and of course the ability and interest shown by your son or daughter towards a particular subject. Finally, whilst your son or daughter may have a really clear career pathway that they want to follow right now, we know how often teenagers change their minds, so my best advice would be to consider a broad and balanced spectrum of subjects. When you have made your final decisions, you need to let us know what you've decided, and instead of filling in a paper form, the options form is online. Students have been sent a series of instructions around how they can register for the online system. They have to make sure they've registered first, or they won't be able to fill in the online form. The registration instructions have been sent out to you and the students via email, and they're also on this section of the website. When filling in the online options form, students make their choice in order of preference, and they need to make a selection from the relevant boxes. The form goes live from Thursday the 4th of March, so you won't be able to fill it in tonight. It's a read-only copy currently. The form then closes on Thursday the 11th March, and as a parent you can view your child's choices via the Parents app. Please do not feel you're alone at any stage of the options journey. We would really welcome open conversations with you and your son or daughter in working through your final decisions. So please contact your child's tutor or any members of the college team or myself for support. So what happens next? Our options process is built entirely around the choices that students make. But there may be occasions when the constraints of the timetable mean that a preferred choice may not always be possible. We will collate all the option choices once the deadline's passed, and we'll use these to build our timetable to make sure we have the correct number of sets and classes. And where we can't meet your child's preferred option choices, we'll make contact with you. So please assume that unless you hear back from us, your chosen options are the ones you'll be taking in September. We want all students to ensure they've completed their Key Stage 3 studies. These offer vital building blocks for Key Stage 4, so we don't shorten the Key Stage 3 curriculum to allow students to pick up their options choices until September. Finally this evening, thank you so much for joining us and listening, and I hope you find the subject presentations useful in making your options decisions. And please stay in touch if you have any questions at all.